Now, turning to our show business segment, Vice President Dr. Bawumia and Hollywood actor Idris Elba recently had a meeting to discuss ways to expand the creative arts economy in Africa. In a post on Facebook, Dr. Bawumia indicated that their conversation included ways to finance Ghana's creative arts industry and devising strategies to integrate it into the worldwide financial ecosystem. My colleague Isaac Atasenyako joins me for show business today. Good afternoon to you, Ike. So can you help us with figures, a background of Africa and Ghana's share in the global creative revenue industry?
Thank you, Darren, for having me. Now, I think with regards to the conversation the Vice President had with Idris Elba, it is to explore payment platforms or payment options that we can leverage when it comes to the streaming on online platforms. Now, you notice that for a lot of the payment platforms, even if you go, we go beyond the streaming site, a lot of payment platforms are not accessible here in Ghana. So PayPal, Apple Pay, and some of them you may have to register, using or rerouting it through another country. And so I believe this sort of limits our inclusion when it comes to participation or raking in revenue, because then it means that we'd have to employ the services of, let's say, an intermediary to be able to collect these revenues. And so basically, when you look at revenues, you look at Africa and the Middle East, because Africa has generally very little numbers, a lot of scope is put on Nigeria, on South Africa, and also on Egypt. But Africa normally raked in about 58 billion somewhere in 2015 from, or revenues, or these are revenues from some online streaming platforms, be it music, be it the movie or art industry. And so this is just about 1.1% of Africa's regional economy, or let me say Africa and Middle East's regional economy. Very much minimal, very much small. And so if we're able to get some of these things in place, I believe it will be able to expand our reach, it will be able to expand the revenue net and raking more, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, how significant is this conversation between the Vice President and Idris Elba? How will such conversations ensure that Ghanaian artists or the industry rakes in the necessary revenues?
Clearly, if we look at our local terrain here in Ghana, you notice that there's a massive drive towards financial inclusion, leveraging digital platforms to be able to, drive financial inclusions. And I mean, that has been, one of the qualms behind, the implementation of the e-levy, I must say, because some believe that this will stifle the growth of fintechs or financial payments. Let me put it that way. Mm-hmm. So really, this is just to expand Ghana's reach just beyond our borders, beyond our shores, be able to tap into other markets. And if we look at our creative economy, for instance, this will be very good because we will be able to check how much of the inflows come in directly, monitor these inflows, and be able to account for these inflows, even when it comes to taxes and what have you. I mean, recently, a YouTuber, or a very famous Ghanaian YouTuber, was reported to have earned, millions from his YouTube account. Now, the question is, where does this money go to? Does it even trickle down into the local economy? So if we're able to, explore some of these platforms, Darrell, I believe that this can, support or grow the expansion of, our financial payment system.
Okay, well, let's dwell a bit on, emerging technology platforms and how we can monetize works on some of these platforms.
A chunk of the conversation between the Vice President and Idris Elba and focused on, leveraging blockchain or emerging technologies such as blockchain to be able to deliver this. Now, first off, we do not know how this is going to look like since it's being done, or since they are proposing that it will be done on blockchain. We do not know how this is going to come about. We heard about the NFT some time back and how it plummeted, couldn't really, survive the hype and all of that. And so we don't really have an idea of the kind of system we are creating, but we believe with the digital space and its diverse, innovations, something can be done using blockchain technology to be able to channel some of these payments, to make it very easy to also track the movement of these payments, to record what flows in and what flows out. And so, yes, this will be very good. Even if we look beyond the revenues, using blockchain, creating experiences, digital experience of even our cultural values is something that we can even look at. And so when we look at the trend now happening with virtual realities, we can actually create an experience. I don't have to really come to Ghana, but I can have this experience of our local tourism, of our music, of our dance, of our movies, using some of these platforms. And so separating or, focusing on your questions, first off, yes, blockchain presents a whole lot of opportunities, innovations for that matter. And so we can do a lot when it comes to the blockchain platform. However, we are yet to know the full details of this platform that Idris Elba and the Vice President is talking about and how it's going to be like. Maybe we have to keep our fingers crossed and then monitor the space so we can analyze this platform once it rolls out. We are told it will be rolled out later this year, later 2024. And so we can just keep our fingers crossed and then we can assess or analyze the platform, how beneficial it will be to Ghana, to Africa, whether we can even expand it beyond Ghana, because Nigeria has a big market. And if Ghana has a platform like this, it will be very good for us. The reach, that will be great.
All right. Thank you so much, Isaac Atase Nyako, my colleague there, Joy Business. Appreciate it.